Good evening, this is Mad Marty coming at you from the Northern Illinois area. This is a video I wanted to do for a little while now. I'd like to just simply call it COVID Time Capsule. So many of us have had to deal with the COVID pandemic and all the respective consequences for a while. And I did a video on this earlier, a few things that we benefited from as a result of COVID. Feel free to check that out. And this video kind of addresses an element of that. This is the first video I've done in a while. Just a quick shout out to my beloved puppy, Mr. Onyx. He was a wonderful puppy, 14 years, and I really enjoyed having him. Unfortunately, the inevitable comes, and honestly, I'm not the most emotional dude in the world, but when it happened, I was just plain wrecked. So, sadly, that kind of had me down for a while, but just to kind of get me back in the swing of things and doing content and videos again, just wanted to do something simple and something I wanted to do for a while. I apologize for the lighting in here. Due to logistics internally, I don't have a lot of space to just kind of make things perfect, and quite frankly, I'm just getting back to the swing of things. I'm just going to take this video and edit it as I feel fit. But yeah, I got a couple of baker's boxes here, and basically a year ago they told us to quit working in the office and work from home, and that's what we've been doing. So I will actually be returning to the office in limited doses here soon, and it's been more than a year since I've actually set foot in one. So I actually had a colleague bring these back to me because I didn't return to the office to pick up my stuff. So I really have no idea what's in these. I will kind of keep the video just kind of highlighted, give you just the highlights, and let's go ahead and find out what's in here. Just for note's sake, got a couple trash bags, one for recycling and the other one for actual trash. Because quite frankly, there's probably a lot of stuff in here that I just don't need. It's been over a year. Let's find out what's in here. Oh, look at that. We actually have some team pictures in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 team pictures of various years. I think I will definitely hold on to those. We'll just put that on the hold on here. Not sure if I'm going to return these directly to the office, but we'll see. Let's see what else we got. Oh, a nice little thermostat. This thing is good for about 2 cups of coffee, and if you're a physically challenged dude like myself, it's hard for me to carry a warm beverage. You might have noticed I did another video on a moving cart, specifically for the same reason. This is good for about 2 cups worth of coffee or hot chocolate. Very useful, very useful. In the Midwest, we do have a need for space heaters. This is one that I'm definitely a fan of. It's an old friend of mine. I will definitely, well, I probably won't take it back to the office yet, but definitely has some uses for me. It kind of doubles as a fan. I know it's really interesting, so we'll just kind of set that here. Okay, we got some Post-its in the form of a palette. We got a company mug. Empty jar, because I like to put candy in there sometimes. Sometimes I'll do like a big old thing of Skittles. We'll hold on to that. I am a sucker for smoked almonds, but after I finished this particular container years ago, I've just been using it to store change. It's actually pretty heavy. You throw this at somebody's head, it might actually hurt. What else do we got in here? Oh, I love these. I absolutely love these. My buddy Tav, he is the proprietor proprietor of NSB Comics. I've done a video on his store, NSB Comics and GQ Sports. Feel free to check my channel for that as well. But we have these custom Lego figures, one of Mr. Sinister, and then one of the Question from DC Comics, two of my favorite characters. And these were actually custom made. My buddy Tav actually has a guy that makes all kinds of different figurines out of Legos. Well, custom made Lego guys. I've seen Power Rangers, Bob Ross, politicians, The Crow, pretty much anything you particularly think of. And my buddy gave these to me a couple of years ago, and I'm definitely taking those back to the desk at the office. And to go with that, I also have, well, this one's not nearly my favorite, but I have a Mr. Sinister figure there. But I have my favorite Mr. Sinister figure, and the DC Animated Universe version of The Question. So these are definitely going back on my desk because I am a dork like that, and quite frankly, I embrace it. So yeah, all these things in here are pretty valuable treasures so far. We got more Post-its, and I have a very special item here. Gonna kind of edit how I present this. Got to be careful because there's stuff in it. I have here a wooden treasure chest with the Triforce and my name engraved on there. These were made by my buddy Ryan a couple years ago. A little bit of disclosure. I was a gaming geek and we all used to work at a video game store. There was about maybe 10, 14 of us back in the day. And we'd get together every Friday and play video games, and it was called Friday Night at Tim's, and it was a very fun time. But every year, all the gamer boys and a few others get together every year for a party. One year, the theme was time travel, and this represents Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and he actually had an engraved treasure chest. You can touch my fingers there. That he gave to each one of the main co-workers that we had back in the day. So these were pretty sweet, and I still use it to store office supplies. So that's definitely coming back with me. It's a real treasure. And Ryan is the creator of the board game Jakar. We've talked about it a couple times in various podcasts. And another guy that likes to attend our parties sometimes is a gentleman by the name of Ord's Board. He does have a YouTube channel, and I will post a link to that. This is just a business card holder. We don't really need that. So we're just going to set that aside. So let's go ahead and open time capsule number 2. Quite frankly, I think we actually went through most of the fun stuff, but who knows. Okay. Hey, look at that. We have a seat cushion. Yeah, it's actually kind of useful. Okay, so, well, actually this is for the back of the chair. We'll take it back with us, maybe. And, ooh, look at these. These were made by another one of those parties for Ryan. What we have here is a version of me as a warlock. There was, at one of these gamer parties, the theme was medieval, and part of the gimmick for that particular party was they did a version of each of us in a medieval role-playing style getup. I was the warlock, and we also had like knights and dwarves. That was pretty cool. The nice little write-up that came with that. These I'll probably keep here. They also have something that I wrote up years ago. It has the Autobot Decepticon symbol on here. What does it say? Principles to recognize when striving for balance. I wrote this on August 12th, 2014. I say on here, people will traditionally support what they feel is in their best interests. I think that's true even now. Attempting to absorb and understand an opposing view increases the chance of creating new ideas. Actually, that's pretty true also. You know, it's not good to just kind of live in a jar all your life, I guess, and I use that to, try to expose myself to opposing views. Maybe I learn something, maybe I get a new idea. The micromanagement of injustice will ultimately hurt the whole. I will go ahead and let the viewership interpret that for themselves. And focusing on how the world ought to be will not result in achievement. Full disclosure, I used to work corporate sales, and one of the things that I'd always had to do was just keep on grinding, keep on working at it, and didn't matter how I felt life ought to be, it really fell down to me in the end. So this is something I kept posting at my desk for a while, and I'll debate whether or not I want to bring that back to the office. Let's see what else we got. Got some books that I purchased back in the day. Sometimes I like to look at independent authors and kind of see what else is out there. This was by a gentleman by the name Kevin Wright. Now we got Blue Onions, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Unfortunately, I did not get through all these yet. Just with COVID, like I said, I haven't opened this box in over a year. So let's see what else is in here. We got another fun scroll thing from another one of those parties that we did. This was like for one of the games. Basically the way these parties used to work was, back in the old days, it was just an excuse for the gamer boys to play video games and toss a few back. But one year we got a little reckless, and Ryan's wife insisted that we have consistent activities, so every year since then there's always been a theme and a series of games with it. It actually worked out well. Thank you, Ryan's wife. Anyways, let's see here. What got you here won't get you there. So it's in one of those inspirational kind of continuing to self-improve yourself, something that I used to do in the world of sales. Actually still kind of do it now. Okay, we got some hot chocolate. We don't need that in here. Probably no good, but we'll see. Oh man, oof. An old Tupperware, some stuff in it. Not like bad stuff, but just like after I rinse it out, I just kind of toss stuff in there, and we'll go through that later. Let's see here. Got a pair of scissors in here. Ruler. Ooh. iPhone earbuds. You can always use these. Oh, these little ring boxes. Back when I started up the channel, when I got my rings, these are the boxes that I came in. So, yeah, pretty sweet to kind of see those again. Got a couple Christmas cards in here. A mug full of candy that I probably need to toss. Get some tea. Pair of scissors. Some lanyards. This is a GameWorks lanyard. I'm really big on the lanyards because I use a badge to swipe my way into a building, and this is one of the great ways that I use not to lose my badge. Speaking of which, I better find that because I have to possibly go in the office as early as tomorrow. And I got a deck of playing cards in here. I don't really need to get that out of here. And then finally, my personal favorite, Los Pollos Hermanos. For those of you that are fans of Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. In my case, it's Better Call Saul because it's just a show I wound up watching with my cousin one day, and I was instantly hooked. If I was a bad guy, I would be Gus Fring, because I've always kind of liked that cool demeanor. So, yeah, this is a plastic cup, and I fill it up with my tasty beverages and rinse it out every couple of days. This is definitely coming back with me back to the office. So, there you have it. My desk right here sitting next to me. Strangely enough, I was expecting more papers in here and stuff, and I was expecting my coworker to bring them, but apparently it wasn't all that important. You know, with us working remotely, I've had very little need for printing out paper. You know, it's kind of strange because I used to be all for printing out paper all the time, and you know, I didn't care about being green as much back then, but now that I've been kind of away from it for a little while, I don't really feel the need to go back to paper. And I have a saying at work: if I haven't looked at it in 6 months in terms of like a stack of papers or a folder or something, chances are I don't need it, so we toss it. Anyways, so there you have it, COVID time capsule. I was kind of inspired to do this because a coworker of mine still has her St. Patrick's Day decorations up, and it kind of made me think about doing something like this. So I hope you guys thought this was a little bit fun to watch, and maybe you guys have your own COVID time capsule to go over and kind of see what's in it. In the meantime, this is Mad Marty reminding you to do what's responsible, avoid what's irresponsible, make the most of what you got, and get respect. Mad respect. See you next time.